Yo, what's going on, boys? We are back. We're going to go over this quick trade recap we had this morning. Spoiler alert, we took a loss. We're on Russell. Let me switch over to NQ first. I was pretty bullish on NQ today. Um, and obviously, that is what ended up playing out on the 4 hour time frame on NQ. Um, we saw that we came out. We had this candle and we ended up sweeping all of these. We ended up sweeping all this low, which was the previous day low, and then obviously we didn't end up sweeping. It just ended up being an internal low, not any of these external lows that sit. But regardless, I was on Russell today. I was just paper trading. So I ended up making a pretty big mistake today. Not even gonna lie. So when I woke up this morning, this candle that you see right here was probably about somewhere like this, and I knew that we were gonna end up retracing into equilibrium or even into this fair value gap right here. And as you pay attention, that's what ended up happening. So I was right about that. Quickly went over into an hourly time frame. We noticed that we already started to move down. At this point, we this candle was the one that was ongoing. This candle was already done. We ended up, the second that market ended up opening, we ended up having a very big impulsive move to the upside. Wait, hold on. I want to talk about this first. So on the 5 minute time frame, right before market open, we actually saw an opportunity to enter, because we ended up breaking structure to the downside after this whatever. The word's not going to get said. Price ended up making this move down. I identified equilibrium. Look how this played out, bro. Like, oh my gosh, bro. It was just a complete mental mishap today. I'm not sure what went wrong, but this should have been the entry. This is the entry I was targeting. This was my trading plan for today, for the most part. Anyways, market open. We had a giant impulsive move. We ended up running through that 5 minute fair value gap. But if you pay attention, we tapped into the 25% mark. We honestly went pretty far. At one point, price was all the way here. So at this point, my bias was already kind of changed when I saw price here. I was like, hey, we're not going to respect this, and I feel like we're going to end up targeting this high up here, which was external high. So I was waiting for the retracement down. I ended up entering right here based off this fair value gap, which actually never was a fair value gap on the 5 minute, and then we entered based off equilibrium. Pretty shitty move. Taking a look at higher time frames or 5 minute, even this equilibrium, and how everything ended up playing out. So yeah, that's absolutely something that was my fault. The actual entry, if we pay attention here, we see we get this move, we get this retracement back in. Obviously, you get this wick that's all the way up here. But if you go into the 1 minute time frame, after we ended up making that move, we really didn't have any clear point of entry. Honestly, we had this. I'm not even sure how I would even entered. We had this inverse fair value gap. We had this inverse fair value gap that I never ended up getting even tapped into yet. We did have this move down, and then we did kind of have price retrace into it, but again, it never tapped this fair value gap, or even if we have this whole move down, equilibrium, we never even tapped that 50% mark. We just continue tracing down. I mean, honestly, I should have took it off this, possibly just entry based off this, but I honestly might have gotten stopped out if I did something like this, because if we enter short, right, literally as in that fair value gap, man, I don't know if how many pips was this? Shit, 67. That goddamn. All right, if we had, I mean, yeah, obviously, I mean, but um let's see I honestly, most likely would have got stopped out right here. I probably would have had my stop loss probably like right around here or right here. We would have went into that drawdown regardless. My target would have been this low anyways right here. wouldn't have ended up playing out. Obviously, if you drag it, it plays out 1.66. But regardless, we're gonna go off what we actually did, not what wanted to do. So I mean, we took a loss. It's on paper trading anyways. Good learning opportunity. Good month of November. I do kind of want to go over a little bit of the November recap for you guys. So this is the full November 2024 stats. Obviously, we were paper trading the first 15 days of the month for completely paper trading, and then towards the end, we started mixing in some live trading days. We went live trading almost every single day at the end of the month, besides 3 days. The win loss rate, that's not correct. It was technically actually at 50%, and that's not green, that's yellow. And then obviously, you boys see, we made $36 this month. So I mean, it's $36 that we didn't have, but I mean that's obviously not all the progress in the world that we want to see. But regardless, now I think the market's only open till 1 today. Regardless, I do like this. If this ends up forming in 11 minutes, let's take a look here. You get a really nice retracement opportunity right here with a potential a new short entry here. But you know what? It's Friday. Market closes at 1. I'm not gonna be the guy that's gonna sit around here and wait for that to play out. Especially on a day that we're gonna be paper trading anyways, like most Fridays. But other than that, hope you boys all have a safe weekend. Had a great Thanksgiving. Don't spend too much money on Black Friday, and enjoy yourselves, boys.